episode of the A Miracle Marketing Podcast, where we bring you interviews from business owners, celebrity guests, and hot topics. I am your host, Brandon Adams, along with my co-host, super producer, Big Perryon. Big Perryon, how are you today?
Man, I am beautiful. It's beautiful, great, beautiful day.
All right. Good to hear that. Did you have a great holiday?
Man, I had a beautiful holiday. How about yourself?
Great holiday. Welcome to be back off our little brief hiatus and get this energy going. We have a great guest today. I'm excited. She's doing big things. So all of my subscribers, I want you to make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you would like to be a guest on the show or advertise, send us an email to A Miracle Podcast. And on today's show, we have a special guest, and she is a dancer, choreographer, model, and also an influencer. So we want to welcome to the show Miss Amanda LaCount. How are you, Amanda?
Hi. First, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to talk to you today. And I'm doing well. Can't complain.
Great, great, great. So if you all do not know who Amanda is, or if you're not familiar with who she has worked with everybody in the industry. She's worked with Lady Gaga. She's worked with Katy Perry, Lizzo, Meghan Trainor, Rihanna, just to name a few. You may recognize her from being on The Ellen Show, The Late Late Show, Access Hollywood, the Latin AMAs, and she's performed 3 times on Rihanna's Savage Fenty. Amanda, how do you keep up?
I don't know. Sometimes it catches up to me.
All right. So tell us, how did you get started in dancing?
I started dancing when I was only 2 years old. So
Okay.
I've basically been doing it my whole life. And I originally got into it because I come from a family of 7 and I'm the youngest.
Okay.
And my 2
Wow,
older
7.
sisters grew up. Yeah, big family. I don't know how my mom did it. I would be stressed, but I had 2 older sisters and they grew up in dance. And so I would always be at the studio with my mom. She would take me to watch them and I'd be staring through the window or bouncing around to the music in the lobby. And I think she just kind of was really observant and got that feeling that I would enjoy it. And she put me in dance when I was 2 and I've been doing it ever since. And I'm really lucky I found something I loved at such a young age. But it's just been a journey from there.
So how did you get your first big break? What was that like?
It depends what is considered a big break but for today, I'll consider my first big thing I did was the Katy Perry Swish Swish music video. And that actually happened very, what's the word? It didn't happen in the way that normal dance jobs are like organized, because what happened was Katy Perry was running like a dance challenge
Okay.
online, and it was like anyone can submit any dance video to the song. Or it didn't even have to be dance necessarily. It could be anything. Any video to the song that showcases who you are and what you want to do in the music video, basically. And originally I wasn't going to submit for it because in my head, I was like, there's so many people that are going to submit for this. It's not even worth it. I know, obviously, Katy Perry is a huge name, and there's going to be tens of thousands, if not more, submitting. So I was like, there's no point. Going to be a waste of time. And then after like a week, it was starting to get down to the final day you could submit. And I just thought, why not? I can't lose anything by doing it. And it has to be someone. So it can be me. Why not? And I filmed a dance video. I rented a little studio room and I did this combo that I knew. And sure enough, I got a call that, okay, I was in the top 12. So it was down to me and 12 other people. And then about a day or 2 later, they called and said, all right, we showed Katy Perry the 12 top videos and she chose you. So you'll be performing in the Swish Swish music video. So I got to dance and meet her and be in the video. And that was probably the first really big thing I did, especially for an artist of her caliber. I grew up loving her and she's such a pop star and, a huge industry name and celebrity. And to be able to work with someone as big as her with such a name for herself was really exciting. And I think I was only 16 at the time. So I was freaking out. And that was probably my first big job I did.
Perryon?
I saw an interview you did on The Real,
Mhm,
and you mentioned about when you were growing up, your
mhm.
sisters being in dance.
Uh-huh.
Um, do you dance? Do they dance with you now?
No, they stopped probably like 4 or 5 years after I started, and they found their other passions. So they don't really dance anymore. But I'm really grateful that they dance because I would not be here if they didn't have that experience. So
Do you come up with your own choreography?
yeah. I started choreographing. I started choreographing like 5 years ago. But I started getting more into it, honestly, during COVID. We had so much
Mhm.
time to ourselves, and I was trying to stay productive and, still work on myself and my career in dancing. And I was like, okay, there's not many classes happening, so let's choreograph and let's make our own stuff. So I got into it more during COVID, and then I've been really lucky to be able to teach more consistently after things opened back up after COVID. So I've taught at some of the studios I grew up dancing in, and that have really shaped me as a dancer. So to have that full circle moment is really exciting. So now I teach pretty frequently and choreograph.
Yes, I looked at a lot of your videos and you are sharp. I mean, you nail it. Every move is not, it's everything is on point.
Oh,
You do
thank you.
I know you say you've taught at some of the schools that you went to. Do you have dancers that you mentor, dancers that you're grooming to?
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah. I definitely think that I'm still new to choreographing and teaching. So I
mhm.
wouldn't say I have like a ton of students that I'm like really like teaching to grow up to be like stars that are my like students or that I'm like a mentor necessarily, but I do teach private. So there are some people that I've been doing privates with that I've been able to see like the growth in them since when they first came to me. And that's probably one of the coolest parts of teaching is being able to see the changes that they make and how much they've improved. So that's really cool to see as a teacher, but I think I'm still fairly new, but I think the more I teach, the more that will come. And I've always said that when I was younger, I want to own a dance studio one day and be able to run it myself and be able to help fellow dancers. So hopefully that happens one day.
Can you tell us a little bit about your movement?
Hmm. Yeah. So I created this movement called hashtag breaking the stereotype. And I made it, I want to say about 6 years ago now, maybe even earlier.
Mhm.
And it basically is just a way that I came up with, or I came up with this as a way to try to inspire people from all over the world, whoever comes across my page, to do what they're passionate about and to do what they love, no matter what people might say about it. Because if you aren't familiar with me, I am a plus size dancer and I have been since I was little, and that's come with its own challenges because people are very um shallow and judgmental, and they think that dancers have to look one way and that's the only way, and if you don't look like that, well then you can't be a dancer. And that's not true. And I think anyone can dance, anyone can. And that's what that's part of why I work so hard to achieve what I have, because I know that it's not just about me. I'm also representing so many people that don't have the same opportunities I do, or maybe weren't able to chase their dreams. And I'm kind of their representation. So it's really important to me and it means a lot to me. And I think every time I get a big job or I get the call that I got something exciting that I'll be on TV or something, I always think in my head, oh great, like all of another opportunity to show the world that there's not one kind of dancer, and to hopefully inspire the younger generation, the older generation, everyone, and show them that there's no, society pressures us to fit into boxes, but we don't need to fit in them. We don't need to fit in them. And as long
That's
as you're passionate about it, you can achieve it. So that's what breaking the stereotype is all about.
that's beautiful. I know when I got into the field that I'm in music, um, my mom was one of my biggest supporters. She invested in me early, um, and I know that's important. Outside of our peers supporting us, having somebody within the home to
Mhm.
support you and push you despite all the different negativity that may come. Can you tell us about mom? Because mothers are very important. Can you tell us about
Absolutely.
mom?
Absolutely. I could go on forever. So cut me off if I go on too long. But yeah, I'm so lucky to have the mom that I do and just the support system that I have. Um Literally since I first took my dance class, she was nothing but supportive. And I think there were so many times where not where she could have given up on me, but where she could have doubted me maybe or second guessed me choosing dance as my career, and she really never did. She was just so supportive, and she would just always tell me, as long as you're passionate about it and you truly love it and you're going to work hard at it, then I will support you the whole way. And she has done nothing but that. I mean, there was a time when I was younger, I believe I was 11 or 12, somewhere around there, that I got kicked out of a dance studio back in Colorado where I'm from. And I got kicked out because my body type didn't fit his vision that he had for his dance team. And that was a really hard moment for me. I mean, I was only 11 or 12 years old. And he was a mentor, someone I really looked up to. So to hear that from someone that you're inspired by was really difficult. And I definitely think that was a really dark and down moment for me. And I think I could have easily quit dance and just said, okay, well, I'm not going to make it. It's not worth it, or I'm never going to be successful. And she was just like, no, he's wrong. You know that this is what you love. You know that you're passionate about it. You know you're talented. So why are you going to let one person's opinion stop you from chasing your dreams? And she was just so supportive of that. And I think without her, I don't know what I would have gone into, or if I would have kept dancing, I don't know. But I think she was a big role and factor in that. And then when I told her I wanted to move to LA, it wasn't even a thought. She was like, okay, as long as you promise me that you're going to work really hard and not waste this opportunity. She was like, as long as you work hard, I will do everything I can to support you. And sure enough, we moved to LA with nothing but our like 1998 Honda and 2 or 3 huge suitcases in our car and my 2 dogs. And we had nothing planned. I had no school. We had nowhere to live. We had no really like support system out there, but she was like, let's do it. Let's go. And she believed in me so wholeheartedly, and she still to this day does things like that all the time and just never doubts me, which is so special and hard to find.
That's
If you
dope.
can make
B?
it, if you can make it in LA, you can make it anywhere. That's my hometown, born and
Yeah.
raised.
Yep. I agree.
Yep, if you can make it there, you can definitely make it anywhere. Tell us about your because you do some acting as well, and you had a role on Euphoria. Can you tell us about
Mhm.
that?
Yeah, that was a super special experience for me because I love that show, Euphoria. I was on the second season, and I also got to do the scene I was in with probably, I mean, I love all the actors, but probably one of my favorite actors on the show. She played Kat, and her name's Barbie in real life. And we've actually been like social media friends for a while before that. And then when I showed up on set, I didn't know if she knew or anything, but I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so amazing. We've been friends online, but we had never met. And so it was really cool how like the world brought us together. And I think we're both passionate about the same things and, representation and more just inclusion and entertainment, not just in dance, but also entertainment and, acting and film and whatever it may be. And so that was really special to do it with her. And yeah, it was an amazing experience. It was really cool. I think that was my first experience being able to do a show acting wise that I've actually like watched and been like a fan of. It was cool to come in and kind of come into their world and experience it. And it was a really exciting experience.
Do you take acting lessons, or was it just you kind of read over the lines?
Yeah, I grew up doing a lot of acting back home. And then when I first moved out here, I was taking acting lessons. I've done like acting camps, acting intensives and stuff, but it's hard to do acting classes regularly because dance is so um it takes up so much of my time, and it's very I train a lot in it because I personally think that I don't know, I should because that's how you improve. So I spend most of my time dancing, so I haven't had a lot of time to take consistent acting class, but whenever I can, I jump into camps or intensives. And for this role specifically, I got the sides and I was like, oh, this is perfect for me. This is perfect. And sure enough, I got it. And I think it was a match, made in heaven.
So I got a question for you. If you can dance with anybody or be in any person's video that you want to be in, who would it be?
Oh, wow. That is so hard. There's so many different people. And I also feel like honestly it changes every day.
You can
I
name a
would
few. Go
say,
ahead with a few.
okay, okay. Right now then I would say my top two are Beyonce and Ariana Grande. They're two of my favorite artists. I went to Beyonce's concert. Wow, it was amazing. I feel like I left a changed person. I was like, "Oh, so that's what performing is. Okay." She is just so talented, and I think just even being around her, I would be a different person. I'd be like,
Mhm.
"Oh, wow. I can feel like the stardom coming from her." But I just think she's so inspiring and just such an amazing artist, and I think to be able to work with her would be insane. And then I just love Ariana Grande. I've been a fan of her since I was like 10. And I love her and I love her tours and I love her choreographers and her team. And if I ever got the chance to do something with her, that'd be really exciting.
That's dope. That's dope. All right. So you work with Meghan Trainor. You got to do
Mhm.
the AMAs. What was your like wow moment that was like, I can't believe I'm doing this?
Oh, Ooh, this is also hard because there's different versions. I would say right now there's two. There's two,
Okay.
and I can't decide, but I would say either the Savage Fenty show that I've been able to do, which is Rihanna's brand, and her show that she puts together. That show is just super, super special to me. I've done it 3 times now, and I just love it so much. I love what it stands for. I love what it represents. It truly is such an inclusive and diverse show. And that's one reason why I love it so much is because it shows so many people and so many different kinds of people and how all of them are beautiful, but they're not the same. But they're all beautiful. And I think that really aligns with my messaging.
Mhm.
And just being a part of it again is a dream come true. And I love it so much. And then also, I got to be one of Ariel's sisters in Little Mermaid Live on ABC.
Nice.
And that was really exciting, not only because I love Little Mermaid, but also because growing up, I never saw any, like, plus size Disney characters unless they were the villain.
Mhm.
Like, they're always the villain. And so I never got, like, a princess or, like, any other character. And so to be able to be, like, a plus size mermaid on a Disney for, like, a Disney event and a Disney job was, like, a dream come true for me, and I never thought I'd be able to see that, and so the fact that I was able to be that representation for, other people, and I always think about, like, the kids watching it, and I get, like, emotional thinking about it, that if there was someone like me as a kid being able to look up and say, "Oh my gosh, that mermaid looks like me." Things like that are
Right.
so important, and they really make an impact on the people watching, so that was a really special one for me.
And I see you plugging Savage Fenty right now.
Yes, yeah.
I'm looking at
Yep, I'm wearing a Savage Fenty hoodie. I went to, they had a holiday party the other day, and I picked this up, and it's very, very comfy.
There you go. Brand awareness. Ariana?
That's dope. That's dope. Have you gotten into doing your own products like
Mhm.
clothing or
Mhm.
uh,
Yeah, so I got into doing my own basically merch many years, not many years ago. That sounds like I'm saying decades ago. But a couple of years ago I got into making my own merch and I think 2 or 3 years ago I launched like a new line that I made that I was really really proud of that did pretty well and it was so cool to see people ordering it and wearing it. I think right now I'm kind of in like the transition phase, so I'm trying to work on some new stuff and get it up and ready, but I really love creating stuff, and I think if I had the means to do it, I would love to create, like, everyday clothes just because I understand the struggle of being a plus size person and having no options, or at least no options that are actually cute. We have a lot of options that are just not something that anyone would wanna wear. So, if I ever got the opportunity to make something, and, like, to, like, design a collection, I would absolutely love that. I did get to make a dress with a company with Eloquii, like, my own dress. I got to completely design it and make it, and it came to life, and to see people, again, buy it and wear it and say, "Oh my gosh, like, I love this dress. This is so cool." And to have, like, my name in the tag was a really exciting experience. So, I definitely love to get into that world more.
That's
wow. You know what would be dope too? Um, some t-shirts like you have an amazing name, LaCount, right? But
Uh-huh.
do the LaCount like the in numbers,
Uh-huh.
basically saying you're worth more.
Mm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Have like, LaCount, millionaire LaCount, you know, get it, just
Nice.
different,
That's an
different,
idea.
different things to brand yourself, because you're a um you're an icon for so many different people. Even for those, hopefully, those who see this interview can learn more about you and be super inspired because of who you are and what you're doing and the opportunities you have that so many people would never think would be possible for themselves. You've kicked the door down and showed people that you could do anything you want to do. First, you got to have vision. And then
Mm-hmm.
secondly, you got to be consistent in it.
Mm-hmm.
And you show that through everything, every video I've seen of you, even in your interviews, your dancing, it just shows the consistency, it shows the passion, and it shows the love for what you're doing. And I think um, just showing that you're worth more than what any person could put on you, any value anybody could put on you with their opinion. You're worth more
Mm-hmm.
by just doing it. You killed them with success.
Mm-hmm.
And I,
Absolutely.
and I
Absolutely.
think that's
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Tell us what you have coming up, like any projects that you want your fans to check out.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, I'm trying to think of what I can say and what I can't say. This year I was lucky enough to be able to be a part of 2 different films that I shot, which was really exciting. I can't say which ones or necessarily when they come out, but they should be coming out soon. So as soon as I'm able to give like the green light, I will let everyone know and post about it. But that was really cool to dance in movies. I think that's a dream for a lot of dancers, and to be able to do 2 in a year was really exciting. There'll be a commercial I was able to be a part of coming out, I think, before the year is over. That was super fun to dance in and shoot. And then besides that, I think that's about it. Only 2 films and a
That's a lot
commercial
right
coming out
there.
soon. But besides that, just continuing to dance and represent what I do, and yeah, we'll see where it takes me in the next year.
Are
Yeah,
you
you deserve your own movie, your own
Oh,
story.
oh, thank
You
you. Maybe
do.
one day. I would love that. I would love that.
Yes,
are
you
you going
do.
to be
You
a
have
Super Bowl doing anything?
Am I ever what?
Are you going to be a Super Bowl doing anything?
Ooh, nothing planned. I mean, Usher's the halftime performance, and I love Usher. I mean, if I ever got to dance for him, that would definitely be a dream come true. But nothing planned right now. But never say never. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Well, we will
Yeah,
definitely
we
look.
need to tag Usher. We need to tag Usher. Tell him, get on the show with you.
Usher, if you're listening, Amanda wants to be a part of your show. She's in LA.
Yeah,
She's only a hop, skip, and a jump away.
yeah. I'm right there.
Yep,
Make it happen.
most definitely. So Amanda, tell everyone where they can find you, where they can follow you, and we would definitely love to have you back, when your movies drop, so you can
Sure.
plug and promote those things.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram is just Amanda LaCount. TikTok is Amanda_LaCount. And I also have a website that's just AmandaLaCount.com, where you can get basically all the information you could ever want to know about me. And yeah, thank you so much for having me. And I hope to talk to you guys again and be back.
Yes, most
Thank you. Thank
definitely.
you.
And one last thing,
Mhm.
anything you want to leave with our viewers? Any
Mm,
special thoughts or anything?
yeah. Um, I would just say if you love it, do it and don't question it and don't worry about other people. Worry about you and your dreams and how it makes you feel and keep doing what makes you feel good no matter what.
All
That's
right. We appreciate that. Thanks again, Amanda, for being on the show. We hope you have a
Absolutely.
great holiday. We'll definitely be looking for those movies and the commercial that you're in. And we loved your energy on the show. And we hope you have a great rest of the day.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays to you too, and hopefully we'll talk soon.
We definitely
Yes.
will. We'd love to have you back. All right.
All right.
Take
Thank you
care.
guys. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.